Hey everybody, welcome back. Today in the garden, we're doing some seedlings. So today we've got some butter crunch lettuce. We've got some romaine lettuce. We've got early golden acre cabbage. That is our green cabbage. We've got some iceberg lettuce. And then we've got our purple cabbage salad delight. Okay. You're gonna need some ground cinnamon. I am using this because this is what I usually have in my kitchen. Sharpie, paper towel, tissue, napkin, anything like that. Any type of Ziploc bag. And then in here, I just have a little bit of water. You see it in there. So, this is how I start all my seedlings, okay? I take whatever, so let's do this butter crunch, I think is what I'm gonna start with. I'm going to wet my paper towel. Now you don't want to soak the paper towel, but you definitely want to get it wet enough so that while this is in a humid place, the seedlings will start to sprout. So you see me squeezing some of the water out there, just some of it, not a whole lot. I'm gonna open this back up, and my little paper towel out. And then these seeds are like super small. So I'm going to just sprinkle some of these seeds in my hand. First, kind of get an eyeball of what I have. Then I'm gonna put these seeds on this here paper towel. You wanna kind of try to spread your seeds out a little bit if you can, because once they start to sprout in like 5 to 7 days, you don't want the sprouts growing into each other, the roots growing in to each other. So I just spread mine out just a little bit. I'm not gonna do too many. I'll try to show you guys what I've done and put the rest of these back in here because I don't think I need all of them. Okay, so here's my paper towel. These are just scattered, some scattered seeds, okay? And then in this instance, we are using the cinnamon as a root stimulator, okay? So I'm gonna open up my ground cinnamon, and I'm just gonna sprinkle just a little bit on these seeds. It's almost like an activator. It's gonna help the roots to start growing, and also it's gonna keep your seeds from molding. A lot of times when you put seeds in a wet paper towel, they mold. This will help keep them from molding, and it smells good. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and roll this up. I roll it because each individual seed will have its own little section. And then you have to be careful when you go in to check them, when you unroll them. Sometimes the seeds do tend to stick, of course, onto the wet paper towel. However, it's just an easier way to get your seeds to start. Okay, so we have our rolled paper towel, just like this. I always fold mine in half, like that, kind of seal the deal. Let's see, like that. And then you get whatever kind of little Ziploc baggie or whatever you have. I just have some of these from work, but and then you put on here whatever this is, and then today's date. Okay, So I'm gonna put butter crunch on mine. And then I will put today's date, which I think is the 8th. I'm gonna do April 8th. Keeping track of the date is actually gonna help you with the knowledge of when your seeds went in and when they started to sprout. So we are going to take this, put this in our little baggie. And just check on it every once in a while. You'll be able to see and pay attention to, you know, if the seeds have sprouted, you can see it through the little bag right there. You'll be able to see the sprouts coming through. You'll be able to see the sprouts coming through, and it'll make it a lot easier. Make sure you take the air out of your bag, and then get a container like this, okay? The black bottom and the clear lid, because you want to put this in a dark place. Flip it upside down. You want to create a humid environment for your seeds to sprout, okay? I do already have some things in here. We can take a look. I'm gonna put this in here. I have some green peppers from 4-5. I don't think those are yet sprouted. And I have some red peppers in here already and some orange peppers in here already. We can take a look at the orange peppers because I did this intentionally. I want to show you all what this looks like. In my orange pepper bag, I have one that does not have cinnamon on it and one that clearly does, and you can tell. So I'm gonna open these up. I want you to see the difference between the two. These are still, okay. They were both done on 4-5, which was a few days ago. This is the one that does not have any cinnamon on it. And I don't know if you can see these. I know it's kind of like a little weird, but these seeds are like, they look like they're molding. Yeah. They look like they are molding a little bit. And this is what we don't want, okay? You guys see that? And all I did was put water in these ones. I just dipped it in water. So I'm gonna get rid of that actually. And then we have the ones that were done in the cinnamon. Oops. They still have their color. Uh-oh. Some of these still have their color. I just did these out of my peppers, my orange peppers and green peppers and all of the peppers that I had out of my kitchen. So we will keep an eye on these and track how well they are doing. We're gonna put these back in our bag. I also have a mango that I have started. Everybody says you can't do a mango in the city of Pittsburgh. The lie detector determined that was a lie. You can. Mango like humid environments. Create that. Give your mango the tropical environment that it needs. And like mine, let's see where it's at. This was put in a baggie, I think quite a few days ago. And it is already, it's already split. It has this like little seashell kind of thing going. So on one end of this, and this will be a, I can actually see the inside. This will be a video. One end of this is going to sprout and the other end of this is going to be the root. Okay, this is my mango seed. I took it out of an actual mango that I bought from the actual store, and I am currently in the process of sprouting that. You want to keep everything moist. You don't want to over wet it. Don't soak it, guys. Guys, don't soak it. But make sure that it is moist and wet. You want to put it in your bag. Go ahead and seal your bag. This is a different bag. It doesn't matter what kind of bag, as long as it's like a, you know, one of these kinds. Ziploc of some sort. Put them back in here. And now I also have my butter crunch lettuce in here as well. I'm gonna do the rest of these. I'll be right back. So now we have all of the things that we have actually put in these baggies. I like to put them in here in this bowl or container, anything with a black bottom, clear lid. Put them in, put the lid on, make sure it clicks in, and then put this in a dark space where there is no sunlight getting to it. Let it sit, and every 5 or 6 days, just go in, open it up, spray it, get a mister. I have a mister where you can spray it and just spray each one. Make sure they're not overwatered. Seedlings are very, very particular about their watering system. So you spray it enough to moisten the paper towel, not so that it's dripping wet, okay? So there's that. While we are talking about it, I want to show you guys some cabbage and then explain to you what is going on with that. So let me grab it and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the cabbage, right? I'm gonna take them out of here because this is the more recent cabbage. It was an entire head that I got out of the store. I did cook it, however, I cut it in half, chopped it this way, peeled off some of these leaves that were down at the bottom there, peeled those off, and then just set it in water. You may have to change the water, add some water. I don't know if you can see these look like little roots. That's because that's exactly what they are. There is a new cabbage growing right here, one that is growing right there. Pretty cool. And that's the newest one. So this has been working itself up for the past week and a half, almost 2 weeks. So that one is not yet very much mature. However, this baby right here, look at these roots. These are phenomenal. Some really good, healthy roots. Very good, healthy roots. This is going to be one cabbage. This one right here is going to be one cabbage. Let me turn it around so you all can see. So here's one cabbage. This is going to be one cabbage. And then this one right here is also going to be another cabbage. So from one head of cabbage from the store, I'm going to get 3 new cabbages. Okay. I will show you guys the planting process in this. The roots are still forming, so I have just been keeping this in water. The roots for a cabbage are extremely fine, so if you do this, please be careful that you don't rip the roots, damage the roots, or anything of that sort. You want to have a great harvest. I am going to plant these in one of those bins that we were talking about the other day. And I can't wait for you guys to come along with me. So if you enjoyed this little video short on how to start your seedlings, please do me a favor, like and subscribe. Click the notification bell up there or down there. And that way, every time I post, you'll be able to get the notification that a new video has uploaded. I really appreciate you guys coming along with me so you can see how to do some urban farming or urban gardening in your home for cheap. All right, guys, I'll see you guys next time.